iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes Matthew Stafford, bringing this Detroit Lions offense onto the field in 2018. It's been a disappointment for Detroit, below 500. We know that. Matthew Stafford, Charles, he'll be 31 in February. Still a lot of life in that arm, but it's hard to think that he has not won a playoff game with the Lions.
A quarterback of his talent, people tend to build around him. And the Lions have tried doing that over the years. They've gotten to the playoffs a few times, but they haven't won a playoff game with him. And that's hard to believe, a guy who can throw it as well as he can. And last year, they kept his offensive coordinator, kept his quarterback coach right there with him, and they regressed a little bit in 2018. They've got to solve a few of those questions in order to have some success in 2019.
They go play action here on first down. The six-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds Riddick complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And we look now at the Lions offense.
One way I really judge a player's value is when opponents know what your strengths are, yet they still can't take that away. That tells me you're a heck of a player. For Theo Riddick, everyone knows about his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, yet he's still the primary target for Matthew Stafford on just about any passing situation.
Now Riddick. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Linebacker Clay Matthews is still a handful in his 11th NFL season. 80 sacks, the most in Green Bay Packers history. And I think he sacrificed some of those numbers by his moves from outside linebacker to inside linebacker, where he doesn't rush the passer quite as often.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay's offense marching onto the field, led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who has had a season that I think he would assess as frustrating with how the team has played below 500 again. You know, but you think back to the opening Sunday night game of the year, comeback, that wild comeback against the Bears. You thought things might be lining up for the Pack, but it just wasn't to be.
It really wasn't, because that was a comeback after Aaron Rodgers came back out of the locker room after a knee injury. And the knee injury, of course, affected him for a number of weeks throughout the rest of the season. I would dare say the rest of the season. And I go back to week 2 at home against Minnesota, a chance to win multiple times, and they don't get it done and end up in a tie. And that kind of summed up the season. Right there, we just didn't know it. But this was not going to be the year for the Green Bay Packers. And inconsistency would show up week in and week out.
One accomplishment, though, for Rodgers this year. He set an NFL record, 402 consecutive passes without an interception. Impressive. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Out wide is Davante Adams, named an alternate to his first Pro Bowl in 2017. And how about this for a surprise? 22 receiving touchdowns over the last 2 seasons. That's the most of anyone in the NFL. That's right, anyone. Davante Adams taking advantage of opportunities.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down, Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Well, for the Detroit Lions, really not the turnaround that many had hoped for in Matt Patricia's first season. Charles, you think back to the last 2 years of Jim Caldwell's tenure. They went 9-7, and it's going to be a losing season in 2018.
Yeah, and during Jim Caldwell's time, they went to the playoffs a couple of times as well. So you're exactly right. This is a turnaround that people did not expect to see, and the lineup has actually been beefed up a little bit. Frank Ragnow at offensive line, and then you look back and Kerryon Johnson at running back, and I believe they found a keeper in Kerryon Johnson. This is a team that should be better in 2019, but this was definitely a disappointment in 2018.
Here's Riddick. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now it's Stafford. Incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Charles, let's discuss the Green Bay Packers season as they come back out here on offense. It's going to be back-to-back losing seasons in Green Bay. You have to go back to 90-91. That's pre-Brett Favre for the last time that happened. Of course, they let go of their coach in an unpacker-like home loss to Arizona. So an interesting season in Green Bay.
It certainly is, and going into the season, there was plenty of talk about another Super Bowl for Green Bay in the 2018-2019 season. So a major surprise for them. Think about it this way. Green Bay going back-to-back losing seasons. Looks like Denver's headed in the same direction. Two of the better franchises in the league, both struggling. It just tells you you've got to take care of business each and every week and each and every year in this league. Otherwise, teams will leapfrog you like the Chicago Bears did for the Packers this year in the NFC North. Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Darius, big play Slay. An All-Pro for the first time in 2017. Lived up to his nickname in a huge way with 8 interceptions, 26 passes broken up, and both were tops in the NFL. Wide receivers, be warned.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Reddick with a carry. And now running right through it. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Stafford. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there is what running backs call the gauntlet drill. We have to go through a series of defenders. We're going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there. His running backs coach, he's got to be awfully proud of that run.
Meanwhile, we will not get another play as time will run out on this 1st quarter. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Many times the mindset of a play caller after a quarterback's thrown an interception on the previous drive is to come right back and give them a throw to get their confidence back. Give them something easy, get a completion, kind of get them settled again. Instead, this ball was tipped in the air and almost turned into an interception. Offense trying to make a big play, defense trying to make a big play, turned into an incompletion. So now maybe they can back off a little bit, try to relax him, and get him something that'll work.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look,
The first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's a run for the Colorado State grad, Capri Bibbs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Bibbs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And an alley to run. Eluding the pressure right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lance Kendricks, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. A beautiful fake. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Stafford now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford, and that's complete. It's Allington. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Blunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And that'll bring up second down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
319.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
319. 319.
Bibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here come the Lions now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Stafford on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Jones has it. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Bibbs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
319.
This is Bibbs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Bibbs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
319.
Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Rodgers now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
319.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Again, it's Jones. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Equanimous St. Brown from 21 yards away. And the Packers have moved out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, Stafford here. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clay Matthews in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They go back to Riddick. Room to run inside the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go on the ground. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive.
319!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
319.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
319.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Glover Quinn there on the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
319.
Working from the gun. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was a target. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing again is Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play. And
that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Powell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To the air again, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Stafford looks to throw again. And that's incomplete. Now they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Now, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Moore now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Stafford now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught by Wilson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Dancing away at the 35. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? The Packers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. So out now come the Lions. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Stafford. He finds Riddick, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Stafford on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set. 180.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Set. Waiting.
Back to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he coughed it up. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After reviewing the play, the movement on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point good by Prater. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Moore now on the return. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Back to throw. Rodgers. He's got his targets. Cobb. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going.
Fine. Yeah. 319.
Rodgers to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And now it's second down. Rodgers again now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.